heavy, just there. The days moved without asking me why. I followed the shape of something familiar. I called it you out of habit, like naming the air before breathing it in. I didn't notice how much I leaned until there was nothing to lean on. I was flying without knowing the ground, not rising, not escaping, just held. Every step felt like falling gently forward into what made me feel like myself. Moments I mistook for strength, moments I thought were choices, but they moved too smoothly, as if already decided long before me. I thought I was walking alone, but something was always carrying the weight. I was flying without knowing the ground, not brave, not afraid, just moving. If this was falling, it felt quiet enough to believe it would never If I let go now, would anything change? Or would the world keep moving, pretending I'm still inside it? I'm still moving, I'm still here, but I no longer know what made that possible. I kept moving through the same rooms, adjusting my steps without thinking. The light fell where it always had, and nothing asked me to explain myself. I reached for things automatically, as if they had already agreed to be there. Even the pauses felt arranged like part of a sequence I trusted too easily. There was no signal, no moment that asked for attention, only a quiet accuracy in how everything responded. Something remained where decisions never reached, not memory, not intention, just continuation. information. I didn't hold it, and it didn't hold me back. It simply stayed doing what it had always done. I mistook consistency for certainty. I thought repetition meant safety. Every reaction right before I finished moving, as if the timing had been rehearsed without me. I never questioned the exchange, because nothing ever failed. Even doubt felt unnecessary when results kept arriving on time. I wasn't listening for reassurance, I wasn't waiting for proof. Everything worked well enough to avoid being examined. Something remained where decisions never reached. Not chosen, not protected, just present. It didn't ask to be named, and I never asked what it was. The balance held itself together longer than it should have. If this had stopped earlier, would I have noticed, or would I have adjusted again? Calling it adaptability. Now the timing hesitates, small delays appear between actions. Nothing has collapsed, nothing has announced itself. But whatever handled that space before is no longer doing it for me. No longer doing it for me. Something exact reached toward me, as if timing had aligned on purpose. I smiled at how easily existence condensed, how quickly it fit inside the palm, even with ears covered tight. Certain sounds pass through regardless. This narrow body keeps asking where force is meant to settle. The ground thins beneath the tension, balance demands constant adjustment. Strip it away, this familiar chain of days. Strip it away, before it claims authority. Awareness sharp fate without knowing. I did what was asked without hearing the question. I followed what worked because it worked. Nothing resisted my movement, and nothing required me to stop. Each step felt approved in advance, as if the path expected me before I arrived. No sign told me to turn away, no voice asked me to stay. Everything allowed me forward, and I mistook that for guidance. I kept my hands open. I kept my hands open. Not to ask, not to receive, but because that was how it was done. I confused ease with correctness. I believed silence meant agreement. When answers came too quickly, I stopped wondering where they came from. I called this calm safety, and never checked what it replaced. If this was mercy, it asked nothing of me. If this was order, it never told me why. I kept my hands open. I kept my hands open. Standing still, moving on, without deciding which one it was. Repeat the motion, repeat the motion, repeat the motion, until following feels natural and choosing feels unnecessary. Forgive me for mistaking comfort for truth. Forgive me for trusting what never challenged me. I didn't fall, I simply never turned back. I kept my hands open. I kept my hands open. Not to ask, not to receive, but because that was how it was done. The system still stands, the past still looks clean. Only now I see it clearly. It never needed me to think. The system still stands, the past still looks clean. Only now I see it clearly. It never needed me to think. Old neon streets breathe slowly. Footsteps mix with laughter that doesn't belong to me. Someone adjusts their collar. Someone counts coins in their palm. Desire changes faces as easily as light. I stay close to the wall, watching the city rehearse itself. The night offers everything, yet asks for nothing in return. I remain quiet where sounds collide. Music spills from somewhere I won't enter. Every invitation passes me by. Smiles, painted nails, promises exchanged without names. A window glows, then darkens. Perfume drifts like a memory that never belonged to me. I learned the rhythm by standing still, letting it move around my body. Even longing follows patterns, even chance repeats itself. I remain quiet where sounds collide. Music spills from somewhere I won't enter. Every invitation passes me by. As if borrowed time exists. Someone laughs too brightly, as if proof is required. I trace the cracks in the pavement, counting steps back to myself. The city never remembers who watched. Nothing pulls me forward, nothing sends me away. I remain quiet where sounds collide. Music spills from somewhere I won't enter. Every invitation passes me by softly, without noticing. Lights fade unevenly across the street. A stray presence lingers without purpose. Tonight doesn't ask to be chosen, it simply continues. When the streets finally empty, I walk on, carrying no proof, only the shape of staying. I hope I can remain steady, even when the day offers little return. When someone feels a sudden ache, I want it to reach me as something shared. Answers exchange their positions, and kindness slips between open hands. Time continues as it always does, arriving before intention can intervene. At the edge where the horizon opens, small hopes scatter. chooses to see their worth, a voice continues its song. Crossing distance, crossing water, learning how light behaves at its surface. That scene remains ahead of us, waiting to be noticed. You cannot see your own outline clearly, so reaching outward becomes natural. What stays unseen often requires more care than what appears complete. Days overlap without ceremony, faces loosen their familiarity. Even so, certain traces remain embedded beneath the flow of sound. At the place where day and distance meet, hopes move freely through the air. Some drift far beyond attention, others linger long enough to matter. A voice carries its tone forward, passing shorelines and reflections, learning how warmth survives exposure. That image stays present, patient in its arrival. In pale nights that barely hold their form, a single intention begins to surface. Between applause and distant movement, someone carries sorrow without display. Endurance searches for its reason. Answers rest in unstable balance. You remain there, considering, slowly recognizing what stands in front of you. Where the horizon continues to expand, hopes travel without resistance. Some dissolve into distance, others stay suspended between moments. A voice keeps its rhythm intact, moving across water and memory, discovering how brightness settles. That future remains visible, even from here. Even if this day fades from record, even if attention turns elsewhere, within the layered sound of passing time, a calling continues to move. Beyond the remaining noise, beyond the trace of movement, I repeat it inwardly, right here, right here, right here, right here. It felt like entering open air after pressure slowly released. A presence remained close to my frame, warmed through constant alignment. It stabilized my balance, guided direction without language. I relied on its rhythm, a measured and repeating sway, until the surface appeared closer than anticipation allowed. separated from what supported me. Descend to arrive softly. Details returned out of sequence. Sound reached awareness ahead of meaning. Hands responded through memory, meeting surfaces already known. The environment stayed consistent while orientation shifted internally. I moved apart from its influence. Contact loosened gradually. Weight redistributed across awareness. Some elements stayed within reach. Others settled nearby. The interval between them formed a space stable enough to remain. Its presence stayed detectable, held at a deliberate distance. Close enough for recognition, far enough for a solitary breath. Return lost its urgency, advance lost its pull. I remained where arrival settled me. This is its position now, within sight, beyond my center. Light entered the room ahead of awareness. Breath aligned with habit. Thought followed afterward, already behind the body. Routine unfolded in exact sequence. Fingers completed familiar circuits. Sound stacked in measured layers, each one landing with precision. The flow continued smoothly, leaving little space for inspection. Progress felt lighter than turning inward. A dense pressure formed beneath awareness. Direction failed to surface. The sensation stayed suspended, anchored by its own mass. This presence resists definition. It circulates near perception, detached from action yet impossible to ignore. I carry it through assigned hours, adjusting posture around its weight. Figures passed with stable expressions. Their movements appeared complete. pace with theirs, preserving alignment between tasks and transitions. Recognition surfaced abruptly. Something traveled with me, unassigned and persistent. Distance failed to loosen its hold, time altered nothing. It settled alongside me, already integrated. This presence avoid confrontation, it bypasses urgency, blending into ongoing motion. It occupies the background layer. I allow it to remain unfinished, embedded within function. Perhaps this emerges when explanation collapses inward, energy compresses beyond reaction. Pressure gathers without release. Influence spreads through pause and duration, through focus and delay. The day concludes in repetition. Movement continues through familiarity. I advance carrying this density, adjusting to its gravity, learning coexistence over time. Rain reached the pavement before I paid attention. The street absorbed it as part of its routine. I lingered near the corner, then allowed my body to drift forward. The night carried a sense of familiarity, yet its balance leaned somewhere unfamiliar. Shutters lowered with practiced timing, footsteps passed without recognition. I followed the curve of the road, guided by continuity rather than intention. Water traced thin lines along the curb, repeating motions I chose not to analyze. Direction remained undefined. Memory stayed behind the shoulders. Time folded gently and I remained inside its movement. I walked beneath the falling rain, asking nothing from the distance ahead. Each sound softened as it faded, and the pace felt sufficient to remain outside a little longer. Evenings like this surfaced in memory, the same tone in the sky, the same spacing between lights. In earlier years I would have turned back, calling the decision sensible. Tonight stretched beyond that habit, as droplets gathered and vanished, suggesting repetition could still offer something unseen. The city maintained its tempo, its rhythm stayed, even movement aligned naturally. Easy enough to follow, I continued beneath the rain, letting sound settle my pace. If this counted as progress, it remained subtle, yet it carried expected. The room held presence and warmth. Conversation paused on its own, allowing shared attention to settle. Outside, lights appeared in sequence, suggesting the city understood. This interval required patience. The idea of departure surfaced briefly. Your posture mirrored the hesitation that balance created its own reason. Some days arrive untouched, they find their place through stillness. Unspoken thoughts stayed between us, precise enough to feel complete. This moment asked for little, yet it stayed with us regardless. We spoke about ordinary directions, plans resting in early form. Your voice remained measured, maintaining careful distance. I watched the clock advance, tracking each change, curious when this scene would shift its meaning. Expectations stayed undefined, resolution remained open-ended. Even so, the space between us felt intentional. Some days remain assembled, they resist clear division. Even during calm progression, a choice takes shape silently. I accepted the moment as it was, and you matched that acceptance. Rising now would transform this into recall. Staying seated would preserve the present. We selected a third path, allowing time to guide the outcome. The glow outside softened gradually. Our voices slowed and thinned. The day reached its conclusion, carrying comprehension rather than certainty. once felt reliable. Believing familiarity would restore balance. The arrangements stay consistent, distances align with past memory. Yet my body responded ahead of thought, as if it had already learned something new. A subtle shift passed through my posture, uninvited but precise. I chose silence instead of definition. I let the sensation remain unexamined. It stayed on its own terms, unrelated to intention. After everything paused, something continued, invisible, restrained, yet undeniable. It lingered between seconds, avoiding conclusion. I carried it without purpose, discovering how weight can exist without direction. Time repeated its familiar structures, cycles return with practiced accuracy. My reaction shifted out of alignment to immediate, to revise, to settle, to justify. At each decision, recognition arrived first, leaving correction behind. The change never announced itself, yet it rearranged what followed. I avoided projecting an outcome. Preparation lost its relevance. The alteration had already taken root beyond conscious reach. Something persistent, worse than eruption, defined yet unsettled in nature. It resisted becoming memory or dissolving into chance. Even during stillness, it organized the space surrounding me. If a single movement caused this, the cost remained modest. No collapse emerged, no markers separated before from after. Only a sustained tension, a fine vibration beneath perception. I was enough to change how responses formed. Continuation required no invitation. Release never presented itself. I remain aware of this presence without seeking terminology, without anticipating closure. Whatever it is now, it exists independently of my focus. Thought I erased it, history wiped clean, still there, heating my fingertips. Lined up excuses, counting my breath. guess I'm fine. Got really good at saying that. Leftover sounds, leftover scents, leftover faces. Same route, same corner, eyes move first, heart drags behind. Reasons show up, always lay me, same place you. Same shadow, close but distant, distant but close. Everything looks aligned, yet somehow off. That feeling, put it into words, it fades, stays silent. It gets louder, both make sense, both are traps. Fragments, I said we're gone, still, still, still blinking somewhere in my chest. Subtitles nobody sees, scenes replaying on their own. The timing of a sigh, the angle of a smile, the pressure in the air that night. I know there's no going back, yet the further I go, the more it grows. Aftertaste, after image, aftermath, the part of me that stayed untouched. I take it with me from here on out. No permission. A familiar voice, a familiar phrase, a familiar silence. That's all it takes. Time bends, reaction first, understanding later, can't catch up. Don't even wanna, still I do. Unconscious habits, the way my spine settles, how I look away. Kindness that never commits. Things I thought I left behind come back wearing different faces. The roads I skip feel sharper. The road I chose feels underexplained. That gap, only I notice it. Stacks of pretending it's over, layer on layer on layer, holding up who I am now. Not a clean reason, not a clean ending. Still facts, still reality. Gravity in my chest, gravity changing my stride. Weight dressed up as kindness, habits pretending to be scars. I wanna cut it loose, but I can't. So it's strong, strong, so it burns. I keep the taste and move into tomorrow. Right before dawn, the border zone, a color that refuses to be start or finish. Half-closed eyes, counting breaths, too much to say, too little that lends that distance. It shapes me, not behind me. A step ahead, the past walking just in front of me. Too close to outrun, close enough to hurt. The brighter the light, the deeper the shadow. The deeper the shadow, the clearer the outline. Clearer outlines, motionless days it falls. A habit of living, a habit of breathing. Not a bad dream, not a bad one either. Just real life with extra spice. I don't look back, still it doesn't vanish. Say today again, same head, same heart, reaching for the future. I don't.